Hey, Sean here. Today we're gonna build this project called Bouncing Ball with CSS animation. And I assume that you don't know JavaScript. It's a very basic animation. If you know some basic CSS, you are ready to go. We're gonna build this project from scratch. So let's begin. So let's add HTML boilerplate in our HTML file. Add this title, anything else that you want. And in the body, we have a main with card container. So in this card container, we have another card. And inside this card, we have a class down. So in this down class, we have another class up. And inside this class, we have a class wheel. Inside this wheel, we have a rotate in, so it will rotate it. And we have rotate out. So we have two classes, rotate in and rotate out inside this wheel class. And then we just need to add a square class because we have a square shape wheel to see the animations clearly. So let's add a CSS file here. So first create a file styles.css and then add these styles in our link. So in the styles, we have a background color, FA, and minimum height should be 100 ph, means full height, and weight on 100%, display flags, align item center, justify content center. Then we will start our card. So card should have a box shadow 2 pixel, 3 pixel, and 4 pixel, and with RGBA with some transparency. And of course, we have weight and height for this card. So here is our outcome. So we have a square class in there. So we need to style this square. So let's add a background color tomato and width 5 rem, height 5 rem. And we need to add a clip path. So let's go to clip path website. You see, we can draw in styles and then copy this clip path and paste it in our CSS code. Here's the result. So let's style this card container. So our card container should margin have 0 for verticals and outer for horizontal. And max width should be 100%, padding 2 rem, and width 500 pixel, height 500 pixel. Display flags, align item center, justify content center, position relative. Now you can see that it's vertically and horizontally centered. And let's add a background color EA7FEB. So now we're going to add our animations here. So first, let's work with down class. We have a keyframes called down, and in the 0% keyframe, we have transform translate y minus 10 rem, and in 200% state and 100% transform translate y 0. So now we will add another keyframes called up. From 0 to 75%, we need to transform this translate y, and on 100%, our transform should be translate y minus 10 rem. So let's add this animation here with the down class. So animation name down, duration 1.6 seconds, is in, infinite, and both. Here's the result. We need to add a bottom to rem, position absolute, so it will not go beyond the bottom. If we have a down card, our class up will have animation called up, duration should be 1.6 seconds, is in, out, infinite, and both. But changes will just squeeze is better to understand. So if we have down and up class active, then our squeeze card should have animation name squeeze 1.6 seconds with a cubic pressure like 0.72, 0.03, 0.28, and 0.97. We have infinite both. Transform origin 50% top and 100% for left. So in our squeeze class, we need to add an animation called squeeze. So in its 0% and 4%, we have a transform scale 1, so it will initially 1. And in the 45%, we have transform scale 1.8 horizontally and 0.4 vertically. And then, of course, and on 100% state, we have transform scale 1. So we have added this squeeze animation here already. So let's see these results. So let's add a new keyframes, rotate, in the 0%, we have transform, rotate minus 135 degrees. and in the 20% to 100%, it will transform to rotate 0 degree. And let's add another keyframes called rotate out. So in the 0% to 80%, we have transform rotate 0. So initially it will be 0, 100% state, transform will rotate 135 degree. So let's add this new animation rotate in, rotate out in our class called if we have down and up as well as squeeze class active, then we need to add rotate in with animation name rotate in, duration 1.6 seconds, timing function is out with infinite both. If we have down, up, squeeze and rotate in class active, then we have to add rotate out card with animation called rotate out, duration 1.6 seconds, timing function is in, infinite both. So let's see the results. So you can see the results here. But there's a problem. There's extra margin and padding. All HTML will be initially box sizing border box. So extra padding or margin won't be applied here. Now you can see that's beautifully animated. Add new keyframes for shadow because the shadow seems unrealistic. So in a 0% to 100% state, we have a transform scale X 0.3 and 45% to 50%. We should have transform scale X 0.8, so it will be larger. We can't see right now this shadow. So before card, animation called shadow, duration 1.6 seconds is in out infinite both, and background color should have RGBA, some transparent color. Okay, and we should have border radius 50%, button should be 2 rem, and box shadow should be 0, 0, 0, 8 pixel and RGBA, and with some transparent value. And then content should be empty string, and we have height 0.1 rem and position absolute. Now you can see this animation, but there's a problem here. We have to add a left property with 25% and right 25%. So now we can see this full animation here. But I think it will be much realistic if you change the shape. We can clone this clip path we just pasted earlier because this is the same shape. And the shadow, we can add this clip path here and then change this to 0.5 rem. It seems real shadow. So we are now end of this project. I hope you understand everything. If you like this project, make sure to subscribe. And thanks for watching.